So we're getting told that a certain somebody is now a saint after this public tragedy. And I tried to make this video on some other platforms, so please, and on this platform, and it got like 7 views, so they're really suppressing it, so, try to be careful here. But if you can, please, engage, do a comment, a like, share, repost, or save or something, because so that this can get out there. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about was how, this tragedy that we've witnessed the last couple of weeks, it's created a narcissistic wound with all the, bells and whistles, because this wound is being used to trigger us continuously, to keep us caught in this battle. We know that this person was very hateful and did very cruel things, and now they're trying to put it down our faces that we need to celebrate this person, and they're a saint now, that we're going to have all these unbelievable things for this person a day, on, they want to cancel Martin Luther King Day, or he did, and now they want to give him a day. This is a dog whistle like we have never seen, and people need to wake up. This wound is being triggered. I'm going to do some other videos on this to tell you how to get rid of this, but this wound is being used to trigger us continuously. That's what the narcissists do. When they realize the end is near, they come in with the wound. And this one has, like I said, the bells and whistles. We have in the Mormon state, Utah, we have the Mormon governor coming out and saying he prayed for 33 hours. That right there, he just did a dog whistle. The 33 is the symbol for Mason Master, number 33, okay? Utah being one of the biggest groups of people that are Masons. The Mormon Church was based on Masonry. Okay, Joseph Smith did it 18-something hundreds. He was a Mason, and it is in the churches, the temples, mostly in the temples, the handshakes. This is, really, they're showing us the game, but they also gave us the wound, okay? And we need to not allow them to sit here and put it in our heads, They're the trigger, and they're doing the trigger, so release the trigger if you can. Some of the later videos will show you how, but realize you got to think for yourself with this, okay? You got to let go of the game they're playing to create this new reality where he's some sort of saint. They're rewriting history here, and he is not a saint. Yeah, he was a father. Yes, he went around and talked to children, did a lot of things. But hate was his big thing, hating black people, hating anyone who wasn't white. This is white supremacy, and, that is very much tied to the Masonic belief system, and it was the Mormons too. I think it was in the 80s, somewhere around that, where they let black people go through the temple. My whole life, that wasn't allowed. I'm an ex-Mormon here, so I do know some of this from living it, and, I just want everyone to understand, what they've done here is shock, sanctify, and silence dissent. Okay, this is what's happening, so we need to remember this, because the triggers are everywhere. Even his name's a trigger, and they show his face constantly to trigger us from what they have done. They wanted to blame it on others who committed this horrific act, and it was one of their own. At least that's how it looks. Obviously, there's some question on who really did it, because things are not adding up. But the most important part is recognizing the narcissistic wound and releasing it. So that's my message today, guys. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Have a great day. Please like, share, and do all the things. Appreciate you. Love you.